Hey, it's Mr. Beat. How you doing? The president is getting worse and worse and worse. Um, so yeah, a little bit about that. My thoughts. I mean, I shared some of my thoughts on Twitter and Blue Sky and Threads, uh, but the most disrespected a president has ever been of the Constitution itself, talking trash about the First Amendment, 14th Amendment, Fifth Amendment, wanting to get rid of due process, which and also effectively the 14th Amendment again with that. I mean, I about flipped out when I saw him saying, you know, all of these people, we should just deport them. They don't need a trial. This is making the process too long. Like, dude, that's the point. Everybody gets due process, not just citizens. Every human being gets due process. And I guess it's just really disturbing that a lot of people don't know that. So it's like, I mean, most of my students, when I taught government, most of my high schoolers understood that pretty quickly. Like, oh yeah, it makes sense. Because what if you're accused of being an illegal alien, but there's no evidence? I mean, you have to have due process. You very well may be in the United States illegally, but how do you know unless there's a due process? Like, you're given a chance to defend yourself, because otherwise it could just turn into a witch hunt. It could just be paranoia. Everyone pointing fingers. Oh yeah, you're an illegal immigrant. No, you're an illegal immigrant. I mean, holy crap. Like, I guess logic has gone out the window for about probably 15 to 20% of the population. The good news is a lot of people that voted for Trump are already like, okay, all right, maybe we made the wrong decision, or they're at least staying quiet. I noticed a lot of Trump voters are staying quiet lately. That's his approval rating's gone back down. It's probably going to keep going down. I think mostly though that's because of the economy. People selfishly looking at their own 401ks and like, oh, this sucks. The president is causing this clearly. So that's another thing. I'll probably be updating or reacting to my video that I released last fall. If you recall, September or maybe October, right before the election, I made a video explaining that the president actually doesn't have that much control over the economy. They do somewhat, but not really that much. And now I'm just kind of like, well, maybe they do have more than I realized, because I guess just the way markets have responded to Trump putting these tariffs out there and then saying, oh no, I was just kidding. No, we're not doing the tariffs anymore. And then saying again, no, I guess we are going to do the tariffs. This time they're going to be higher. And then backing off again, like, well, no, we're just going to do tariffs on China and on some products. I mean, it's sent the stock market on a roller coaster. So it's been a crazy few weeks. I think it's been going up again, but who knows what? Like, I think it's going to be a roller coaster for a while. Oh, I just checked it out. It's on the decline right now. So anyway, chaos. This is probably the worst president in American history that we are suffering through right now. If we can survive this, I think I'm going to make a video explaining why that is. Although I need to go back and look over James Buchanan's presidency again. It's been years since I read anything in depth about James Buchanan. Franklin Pierce is a better president than Donald Trump. So Frankie, you got another one that's worse than you. As you know, in recent years, I've also grown more fond of Warren Harding, even though Warren Harding was unethical, a fairly corrupt guy. He did some good things. So if you look at one of my earliest videos, he was like the worst president in my opinion at the time. Now he's probably still in the bottom 10, but I would say he's more like the 5th worst. So Trump is worse than Warren Harding now at this point. I think the only question is like, okay, maybe Andrew Johnson, or maybe James Buchanan. I've tried to keep an open mind, thinking like, oh, maybe he's going to do some good things this second term. overall, though, I've just been astounded at how few good things he's done and just how many bad things he's done. I mean, it gets worse and worse. When you don't think it can get worse, it gets worse. And I think it is going to still yet get worse. I've said this before. Anyway, we're talking presidents today.
The king is here. Now feel your fear. The king of kings. All hail the king. On your knees,